My name is Will Hartman. I'm the writer-director of the short film Food for Thought, which is playing at the South by Southwest Film Festival. This is my second year here. I was here last year with a short documentary, and I've also played the Austin Film Festival twice with 2 other films the last 3 years. Food for Thought is a kind of a satiric look at impulse control from the point of view of probably the least capable of controlling their impulses, zombies. I kind of got the idea when I saw like one of those 50s sex ed films and was just thinking about how that whole message has been completely lost on like American teenagers forever because, you know, population is out of control and, you know, STDs and stuff are out of control. And then I was just laughing to my friend. I'm like, God, it's like zombies, you know, being taught not to eat like humans, but they still can't help themselves as soon as there's a tasty human in front of them. I think I've discovered in all the work I do that there is sort of a morality tale at work. I always kind of like comedy. I just like to make people laugh, and I think the world has enough angst and anxiety going on. I'd rather, you know, try to lighten it up a little. I still try to have a point in all my movies. Going back to the very first one, the bus stop, there was, you know, a little boy who, you know, gets harangued by bullies at the school bus stop and challenged to a fight, and he doesn't do that. And then some terrorists take over the bus, and he has a chance to save the day and kind of show his courage, but then that's all just a fantasy, and he's still at the bus stop where he's, you know, kind of chickened out. And to me that was kind of a good, you know, an examination of somebody at a crossroads, where if he'd made a choice, stood up to the kid that was, you know, wanted to fight him and maybe punched him, it would have totally elevated him to a more heroic and accepted status. Food for Thought is another kind of somewhat of a morality story in that, you know, these guys, these 2 college guys that show up to pick up these high school girls and then are eaten by them, you know, they don't realize that, you know, they had a choice there. And then even the zombie kids have a choice, you know. And instead of eating humans, they should be eating like carrots or trees or dogs or something else, just not humans, right? But even then they just can't help themselves. We shot Food for Thought on the Sony EX2, yeah. 1080p picture. It's a really nice, you know, you shoot it on it, puts everything on a chip, and then our workflow was just taking everything off the camera into the computer, and we could actually assemble a little bit while we were on set. So I was able to see the dailies as we were going and make sure that lighting was somewhat consistent and that the, you know, everything was working. I think that anybody that wants to really become a better filmmaker should, especially in this day and age where we have Final Cut and we have cameras, just get your stuff together and go shoot some stuff and just learn sort of that process. Every time I've made a short film, I've learned a lot, and that's, I think, the most important thing about doing short films. It's really the place for you to get your craft polished, learning how to work with actors, learning how to run a set, working with your crew, working with the writer, just getting everything where we're all on the same page and we know what we're trying to achieve during the day. I think short films are just a great sort of, it's kind of like the minor league, you know, for when you get to a feature or studio or or an investor is putting money behind you, and you want to be able to deliver the highest quality product without any of the sort of hiccups that you might encounter when you haven't done it enough times. My plans for the future are to definitely do feature films now. I am writing a lot. I'm working with some other writers too that I think are really good, and we're developing some projects together that hopefully this summer maybe or early in this fall we'll all be doing a feature film. I've put together, I think, a strong enough body of work now where people are starting to see that there's a kind of a quality consistency, and unfortunately I seem to be getting a lot of repeat, you know, the work I'm doing, that they come back and want to work with me again. So I'm hoping to sort of merge those 2 worlds, kind of the people that I've worked with in production with the people that I'm meeting now that have feature projects that they might be interested in me directing, and also writing my own too, so that in the next couple of years, hopefully, I'll be taking all this just to a little bit bigger level. And you know, I just like telling stories, so whether it's a short film or a feature film or even a commercial, it's a lot of fun, and you know, I really enjoy the process.